Someone clip-chimped you 8 seconds, delayed words in your mouth. Oh yeah, this siesta socialist person is literally like a former Keffels and presumably former me fan who has been on a non-stop like rampage lately with clip-chimping, okay? This is literally from the last stream that I did, and this was me saying that like racially segregatory violence is something that basically every group in history has had at some point, and that doesn't mean that it's good. So I said, like, there were black slaves who would definitely have killed all the white Americans if they could have. And I'm glad that they didn't, you know, because that's not how you solve these problems. But then the caption is, Vaush implies it's a good thing black people weren't enfranchised after slavery because, quote, a lot of former black slaves, if given the power, would have been genocidally anti-white. When people ask, like, Vaush, how are you so confident? What makes you you? The answer is, why do the people who hate me have to lie about me nonstop? Like, why is there like a 100% overlap between disliking me and being a frothing at the mouth lunatic who has to misrepresent every single thing that I say? I should play the clip, but I know the clip. It happened literally last stream here. Just in the same way that, like, in American slaves, like slaves, black slaves that were in America, a lot of them probably also would have been genocidally anti-white if given the power. Notice how nothing here says it's a good thing black people weren't enfranchised after slavery. I just said that a lot of black slaves probably would have fucking tried to kill all white people that could. No shit! Obviously! You think there weren't white people trying to kill all black people? I was just saying this isn't how you do effective racial politics. That's it. Yeah, it literally starts and ends mid-sentence. Yeah. It's the best kind of clip. Like, this is one step above there being cuts in it where you're, like, actually omitting words. And this is like the clip chimp equivalent of that, what was it? Was it Ohio Gat? I forget which state it was. Minnesota? Michigan? Where you could the governor could create laws by just cutting out words from, like, bills or whatever. It's always the Tankies doing that shit. Again, if people want to know why I'm insufferable, okay, it's because the people who hate me have to lie about me. Yeah, Soaked on Left, they're literally a former Keffels fan, which means they're almost certainly a former me fan, because there was, and still is, a heavy overlap there. The people who, like, hate post the most and obsessively watch the most, like, where do you think this person got this clip from 1 day after I made it on stream? They got it by watching it. This person watches my content. They hate watch me. And that's probably because they formerly love watched me, and they're trying to, like, compensate for the moral taint of the previous association, you know? Anyway, that's why I'm insufferable, and I'll never stop. Can't get over the V. That's true. Responding to Vaush on class reductionism, historical materialism, and Anna Kasparian solo stream. From Ben Burgess. Oh my god, somebody used a flattering picture of me? Or, like, not necessarily flattering, but not a 3-year-old picture of me where I weigh, like, 90 pounds more than I do currently? That's crazy. I have kind of a reputation for being a bit of a drama mongerer, which is not a reputation that I enjoy, because on a principled and, like, ideological level, I'm very much in favor of coalition building. I find that it's very, very difficult for me to ignore the problems in some people's advocacy, and usually me pointing them out causes, like, cohesive issues. I like a lot of the stuff that Ben Burgess says, but I just cannot get behind him defending Anna Kasparian. The weird thing is that Ben Burgess is like a proper commie, right? Ben Burgess isn't a social democrat, so it seems weird that he would stick his neck out for Anna Kasparian on an issue where she's so clearly wrong, you know? Jen called you a grifter? Let's go. Getting called a grifter by someone who works at TYT. An interesting... Let's see how it works out for them. It's a fascinating move, you know?
All right, Benjamin Gilbert Liff writes in...
Knew it. Benjamin! Benjamin! Are you creating drama? You scamp. You rapscallion.
Jen, can you debate Vaush? He said he wasn't opposed to the idea, and I think it would be really good. We need left unity, oh boy. And the best way to get it is to confront those who disagree. So I hear you, and I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about going on everybody's show and taking the fight to them. But, you know, look, everybody attacks us because it pays. It literally pays to. That's how these media platforms are now structured. If you attack people who are bigger than you, you get into their algorithm loops and you make money. So
that's true. That's true, of course. I mean, obviously, literally all content creators and people who make any kind of media will talk about things that are popular because popular things are more relevant, and that like there is obviously like a correlative relationship between addressing things that are relevant and addressing things that are good for your channel. I mean, that's me, TYT, that's everyone, you know.
They're incentivized, whether they agree or disagree, it doesn't matter. They're going to pretend to disagree. In Vaush's case,
okay, okay, well, hold on, okay. I got along with Ana Kasparian, and I've never really been that negative with Jank for years. And the thing that made me turn on them was when they suddenly started changing their messaging. Ana Kasparian's like, I'm politically homeless, while agreeing with Adam and Stitch. They both did a thing recently where they talked about how they were I think they've rebranded, okay? They're not progressives anymore or something. They're called like mainstream progressive. Did anyone see that? Where they were like, okay, to sell our new ideology, we're now mainstream progressive. And by mainstream progressive, what we mean is that we agree with the silent majority on progressive issues and not these wedge, hypersensitive lefty issues that tear the coalition apart. You know what I mean? Did anyone else see that bit? It's like silent majority posting. You know what I mean?
I think he's very much pretending. I don't know why he's pretending. I barely know anything about the dude.
It's for money, and you know a little bit. We have at least one thing in common, Jenk. Real Jenkers will know.
I don't know what a Vaush is. I don't know if that's his name or something else. So anyway, if he wants to cry about something,
Benjamin's AirPods. Just the flex for the video you know is going to show on stream. Gotta be like, yeah, man, I donated to get the, yeah, I drop huge donos. I started this drama. My AirPods are at full charge. Thank you. Just.
If he wants to cry about something, he can go ahead and cry, and then we'll see how it goes, okay? Matt Gaetz on a white.
I will cry, thank you. I love crying. I'm an emboldened new male, all right? And I will cry. Ideally directly to Jank, you know, I'd love to talk to him. I find Jank deeply appealing in a way that it kind of like in the reverse of how I feel about Ana Kasparian now, because I always felt like Ana Kasparian was like a great advocate, very strong and surefire and level-headed, but this latest like Karen white woman tears bullshit just is so repellent to me. But Jank is so hard-headed and so funny and so obstinate and so like goofy that it's I quite like him, even if I disagree with him on a decent amount. So it's, you know, yeah. Jank is not a grifter. He's just dedicated to his friend and co-host who is a grifter. True. KCJ and Benjamin, you two are real drama mongers today. My goodness. What is this? You just linked me an hour, 12-minute video. Vaush makes us defend Jank and Ana of TYT. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Man, okay, between this and Ben Burgess, isn't it weird how, like, social democrats shifting towards reactionary rhetoric and abandoning progressivism is something that makes people like Ben Burgess and the Vanguard put their hands on their hips and go like, oh, guess I have no choice but to defend. Like, they're not socialists. They're not even, like, really social democrats. So what about them abandoning progressive rhetoric makes them so attractive? Well, of course, it's because Ben Burgess and the Vanguard have class reductionist tendencies, though not like to the same extent that people like Jimmy Dore do. I mean, the Vanguard's openly critical of Jimmy Dore, so yeah, it's like the stupid pull infection. Did you guys ever go on Stupid Pull? I don't think they're as relevant anymore as they used to be, but Stupid Pull was like the epicenter of Reddit class reductionism, with a bunch of, let's be real here, at most social democrats and at worst open fascists, circle jerking about how they could have socialism if it weren't for progressivism, and it's total bullshit. I mean, like, the idea that you get socialism by giving up progressive issues has never been substantiated ever, anywhere, at any point, for any reason, at any time. It is the most, like, you could probably trowel through history and find more examples of wealth trickling down due to tax cuts than you could of massive economic populist gains on the heels of and because of dropping progressive issues. But for some reason, it's very attractive to some people who are definitely leftists, by the way. Definitely leftists. The people who keep talking about how if we just focus less on progressive issues, will win are definitely leftists. You've got to believe me, okay? Even though they keep weirdly siding with and defending non-socialists who don't have socialist positions on economic issues, purely for them dropping progressive ones. I'm not watching an hour, 12-minute video, guys. Ben downplayed January 6th before? Yeah. When did Ben Burgess say to drop social issues? He was defending Anna Kasparian engaging in that rhetoric. Anna Kasparian has done nothing but shift to the right on... By the way, Anna Kasparian hasn't just shifted to the right on social issues. She shifted to the right on economic issues. Remember her lying about the drug decriminalization in Portugal? Remember her saying that like, hey, maybe we could use some federal police task forces to deal with shoplifting, a crime that I will massively overstate the harm of, in the same way a Fox News segment would. She's just to the right. Like, she's not, it's not just like, for her, it's not just abandoning progressive issues in favor of economic ones. She's just becoming a conservative, like live, you know? Ben Burgess raced to defend her, and I guess the Vanguard has to defend her now because they're all very principally economically progressive.